Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Emerson Lehman here at the WBAY Digital News Desk as we are taking a live look at Oshkosh this morning. We will be checking in at the UW Oshkosh campus in just a few minutes where the women's basketball team will be having their send-off as they head to the NCAA Division III semifinals. Looking forward to cheering on the Titans in that effort as well. For now, we'll bring you into our WBAY newsroom. Good morning to you. Again, I'm Emerson Lehman. Great to have you joining us on this Tuesday morning. A very busy Tuesday morning as we have been following a wildfire in Green Lake County that has been active since about 4:15 on a Monday afternoon. Crews telling us this morning that that fire is now contained as we are taking a live look here at Green Lake County this morning. Our crews on the scene there. And we're told that over 700 acres of land were burned in that fire there in Green Lake County. Fortunately, no injuries reported, no damage to any buildings, but you can see that charred grass and vegetation there and all of the land that has been burnt by that fire. We're told that flames were very high, several different fire crews out there having to fight that fire for roughly 12 hours or so as they were on the scene there in Green Lake County. Again, you're getting a live view of the scene right now. Emily Beyer is out there as well with our photojournalist Chris Chattel. She will be bringing us an update on Action 2 News mid-morning, but you can just see the dry vegetation and how perfectly set up it is to ignite. You can even see some smoke there in the distance there as they zoom in on that. So crews still monitoring that area again, but they do tell us that that fire is contained right now. But they are warning people to avoid burning. We're going to take a live look here now at the current DNR fire map that we're seeing. This is courtesy of Whisburn. We're going to take a quick look at that here, and you can see all of that yellow. That is a high fire danger. And then look at the orange right here. You see Green Lake County, one of that pod of orange, along with Fond du Lac County, Winnebago County, Waushara, Marquette, and Adams County, all in the very high danger category for wildfires. So really, really dry conditions out there. It has been that way for some time now. And again, the DNR is warning people, asking them to avoid burning. Make sure that if you're disposing of any ashes or anything like that, you're doing so safely. Make sure cigarette butts, chains dragging on trailers, anything like that you are avoiding causing sparks at all costs to avoid some of these wildfires, these dangerous conditions that are taking place. We want to bring in meteorologist Keith Gibson now, who's been tracking this. And Keith, fortunately, we've got another weather maker on the way that hopefully is going to dispel some of these conditions that are so good for wildfires right now. But you actually picked up the smoke from the fire in Green Lake County on Viper Max. You're going to give us a closer look at that.
Encouraging signs, rain and snow moisture coming our way, Emerson, getting into tomorrow night. Still some elevated fire conditions today, but I do want to show you recapping yesterday evening. This is a 2-hour time window from 4:30 until 6:30. All of this blue that you see right here on First Alert Viper Max, that was the smoke plume. Check this out. The fire erupted right here, and then it initially sent a big plume to the northeast. We had some very strong wind yesterday, 30, 40 plus mile per hour wind gusts. Dry vegetation, the fire breaks out, and we saw what happened there. But radar can pick up on debris. It can also pick up on raindrops and hail and other things. But interesting, yesterday we could see some of that debris. The plume, rather, the ash from the fire. Now, fire conditions today, thankfully, as of this morning, wind reasonably light, humidity on the higher side, so they were able to contain the fire. Now, later on today, the winds could be gusting 20-25 miles per hour, more of a northeast wind here, but higher humidity, not as windy. Still be extra careful, be mindful, but it's not going to be as bad. The fire weather conditions not as bad as yesterday. Now, speaking of the relief, check it out. Total moisture, rain and snow between tonight and tomorrow night, a ½ inch to over an inch. This is going to be beneficial moisture around here, and some of this will fall in the form of wet snow, but from the valley to the lakeshore for most of tomorrow until late in the afternoon is likely going to be a cold rain. As a spring storm comes our way, this is going to be needed moisture, but it's going to cause some issues in terms of wind and wet snow. Now today, as we check out our satellite radar, we do have some high clouds, mid-level clouds advancing our way already. This is all out ahead of the big storm system coming our way. There has been some light reflectivity here to our northwest, light rain or snow. A lot of that's staying in the cloud cover today, so I don't really expect a lot of significant action in our neck of the woods, but there's the area of low pressure organizing in Colorado. This is going to swing out towards the lower Great Lakes and put us in that bullseye for rain and then wet snow. So if you've missed this, I want to show you a first alert pinpoint predictor, and we'll just go through the timeline here. Today, building clouds, a little bit of sunshine, overall quiet with highs in the 40s and 50s, but clouds will thicken up tonight. This time tomorrow, we are likely going to have some steadier rain developing in the Fox Valley, but snow, wet snow back here across the North Woods. So north and west of Shawano, tomorrow morning, this is where the snow will get going first, and this is where the higher wet snow totals will be. Now, in the valley, the lakeshore, Door County, we will stay with the rain into the afternoon, so that's going to cut down on the volume of snow accumulation. We will likely still get some snow accumulation by the evening, but even at 5 o'clock, it's likely going to be a cold rain in Fond du Lac, Manitowoc up towards Kewaunee, maybe even in Green Bay and the Fox Valley, but we're going to be teetering with snow in the valley by 5 o'clock with widespread snow back to the northwest. And notice our wind speeds here sustained at about 20-25, gusts 30 to 40 plus here going into tomorrow evening. Now, we all get into the snow tomorrow evening. This is 9 o'clock, so we will likely have some wind-driven snow, some accumulation even in the valley and the lakeshore, and it could add up quick couple of inches here and lead to some slippery spots. So we're giving you that first alert to make sure you are prepared that there will be a return to winter at some point tomorrow area-wide. 2 o'clock tomorrow night, Thursday morning, still some snow around, but it exits by 7 o'clock Thursday morning, and then the sun comes out. It should be a pretty nice day on Thursday, a little bit brisk early, but with some sunshine, a high sun angle, we'll really start to melt that snow quickly. But we're not going to get rid of all of it because we are looking at some sizable totals here. Northwoods here, the darker purple from Iron Mountain to Anago back to the northwest. This is where there's likely going to be 6 to 10 inches of snow, wet snow or more. Shawano to the northeast towards Marinette down to the southwest, likely 2 to 5. That's a pretty broad range. Some of you could get 2, you may get 5, but still some sizable snow because up here we will still have more snow. We'll have snow develop first versus areas down in the valley where we will hang on to that rain longer into the afternoon. So by the end of the event, we still think there could be 1, 2, 3 inches of snow. The valley, the lakeshore, out towards Watoma, Wapaka. So just be aware that we are going to have rain switch to snow tomorrow, and it will be quite gusty. And I do want to let you know that the model consensus north and west of Green Bay towards the North Woods, really bullish on sizable snow. This is Lakewood, 6 to 10 inches, a pretty good guesstimate from some of our forecast guidance as of now. But then you compare that to Green Bay, we've got 1, 2, 3 plus inches of snow. So lower end totals farther southeast, higher end totals to the northwest, but this is going to be a wet snow, and if you do get a couple of inches, it could cause some slippery travel and some other issues out there with snow and gusty wind, which could be 30 to 40 plus here. We may have some reduced visibility, and also up in the North Woods where we'll have some gusty wind and pine trees and heavy wet snow accumulation. We could have some sporadic power outages around the region too. So just make sure you have your mobile devices charged and ready to go if you happen to lose your power at some point tomorrow and tomorrow night. And the winds will remain gusty into Thursday morning, but things will ease just a little bit. All right, so that's the storm. Today we're in the 40s and 50s. Tonight we're down into the 30s, and tomorrow we're looking at 30s to low 40s here. And then just a quick look here at the extended. We'll have more on this coming up at 9 o'clock. And Emerson, if you're still there, we'll let you know that we will be looking at a couple of other storm systems here as we get into the end of the week and next weekend. So a lot of stuff going on right now, but at least the moisture is going to really squash down that fire threat for the next couple of days once we get that rain to build on in tonight, tomorrow morning.
All right, Keith, we appreciate you and all the work you've been doing to track that, and like you said, hopefully that'll help dispel some of these high fire conditions that we are seeing across the state right now. We're going to take another live look at Oshkosh, where, as I said at the top of our D&D hit this morning, that the UW Oshkosh women's basketball team, they are preparing for their send-off that they will be having as they head to the NCAA Division III semifinals round. And we're going to take a live look at the Culf Center, the athletic center there on the UW Oshkosh campus, where fans and family, they are all starting to gather to send that team off. That send-off is expected to take place at 9 o'clock this morning, so a little under 20 minutes. But again, this is a live look at the fans all lining up, ready to go. You got some cheering going on out there as well. So here comes the team right now, actually. So this is the UW Oshkosh women's basketball team. This is a live look as they're heading to their send-off. They are heading to the semifinal round for the first time since 1996. They have not reached that semifinal round since 1996. Again, this is after beating Baldwin and Loras University in the weekend in Illinois. So we'll let you enjoy this moment for the Lady Titans as they prepare to play in the NCAA Division III semifinals. They're going to well-deserved send-off to their Milwaukee Bucks.
During the year where things don't go great and you feel like you're flawed and aren't going to be able to get it done, but I knew after we lost that game last year in Maine that we were going to do everything we could to get here, and as the summer played on and we got back to the season, I felt like if everyone was going to do it, it was going to be this group.
What's the travel looking like for today?
It's going to be a long day. We've got to go from here to Chicago, flight to Raleigh, bus to Salem. Hopefully we'll get to feed them sometime in the middle of the day, but they've been lacking sleep here for the last couple of days, so I'm excited for them hopefully to be able to crash on the bus and on the plane, and we'll get to Salem about 10 o'clock, and then we've got a full couple days before we get to play.
What's the experience like this week between players and faculty and around athletics on Saturday?
Yeah, it's been incredible. You know, women's basketball is at its peak right now across the country. So for us to be able to be at our best while that's happening, I think has had a lot to do with it. We saw an incredible crowd here for the regional. I mean, it was the first time in 13 years where I felt like the crowd really affected the game and got involved, and the outpouring of support from the faculty. Luckily, our team got a pre-A and GPA, so they worry a little bit less about our kids missing class, but they've been incredible. Our coaches and everybody's been so supportive, and we've got so many teams that have done this before that we've got a lot of help from men's basketball and volleyball and softball and all the teams that have made these runs, gymnastics. So the family has gotten tired this week for sure.
Two familiar faces made the trip from Marshfield. Two parents you have, but obviously a crazy week for them. Your brother in Marshfield taking to the state.
Yeah.
You doing what you're doing this week. What's it like for them, do you think, this week?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, both of us have coached for a long time, and Marshfield has been a state in over 30 years. Like, we were in junior high when Marshfield High School went to state. So for us, for him to go to state, for me to go to the Final Four within 7 hours of each other, it's an incredible story. And I'm super proud. I told me they were coming today, so I got here. My wife and I walked in, and I'm pretty sure those are my parents standing over there. So I'm up to special. I'm hoping the whole time I won't be able to get there. My brother, he works extremely hard to get out. We're going to go for like one of the first year, 5 years ago to the state tournament, 4 straight championships. It's incredible.
Will you stream this?
I will, yeah.
Friday.
Friday night, we'll be streaming. We've got 8:15. As long as we win on Thursday night, I'll get a chance to watch in the hotel. Not good. Yeah. It's a tight turnaround. You know, we're used to playing that in this tournament. Get back Sunday. It's crazy. So, Smith because it helps prep, and we don't start on zero. But I think our players are excited to play a team that knocked us out last year. I don't know that Sammy, Paige, Alex, like there's all of them. But I know our returners all I know what they're about a little bit. They else as well. So we're just excited to be there. Like I said, after the game, if you want South Carolina, UConn on the other side, that'd be just as exciting as day. So we're just ready to go.
Guys, 3 questions for Sarah, 3 please. Keep it simple.
Just what does it mean right now when you walk through front of fans with your team headed to the Final Four?
Yeah, it's a surreal experience. You know, you watch the teams growing up and you watch March Madness, and it's just a surreal experience to be a part of it.
At what point did it kind of feel real that you guys could make this kind of run? Was it from the beginning of the year?
I think, yeah, we had the motivation from last season, being eliminated in the Sweet 16. So I think it was our goal from the very start of the year to make it all the way to this point.
What is it going to take for you guys to advance and head to the national title game?
Yeah, we're going to have to stick together, stick to our principles, our day one fundamentals that we've been talking about, and we're just going to have to really lean on each other, I think.
5:30 a.m. practice. What's the sleep been like this week in general for you?
It's been a little crazy, a little chaotic, kind of getting back on Sunday and then getting ready to pack and do everything to get ready to leave today, but the excitement kind of outweighs it. I don't mind getting up for an early practice.
Have you noticed a different energy at all this week? Just jitters maybe for kind of making this a start run?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of energy in the building. I like to think that we have energy all year long, but you can actually feel a little extra, especially this year.
Can I get a quick spelling of your name or pronounce it to you?
Yeah, Sarah Hardwick. SarahHardWick.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
you excited for what's next? Or what's the
Yeah, I can't put into words how excited I am for this moment, especially for this team. We've worked so hard, and to get to this point, it's really exciting, and I think we are just soaking in every moment that we have left together.
It's a moment like when you're walking through, seeing all the people cheering you guys on and just wanting to see the best for you guys.
It truly just goes back to why I chose to come to Oshkosh. Everyone here is so supportive, and it's my home away from home, and without those people in the hallway, I wouldn't be able to do what I do or what our team does, and they're just so supportive on the court and in school, and I wouldn't be able to do this without them.
Was there a point this season when you realized that this group was going to be capable of making a run like this?
I think we always knew that we could be capable to do this. I think once we started to connect more on the court and off the court, I knew that there was a possibility that we could make this happen, and now that we're here, it's everything I could ever dream of.
Yeah, what is it going to take to continue this run to more games?
I think we just have to keep getting better each day that we get in the gym. Now they're super limited, and if we can just push each other each time we're in the gym, I know that we will make it to the end.
Fifth year senior, all the close, even in last year, how you guys lost to Smith. How much of that?
Yeah, it's always been in the back of our head this year, especially with how we lost, and we didn't want to finish that way this year at all. It just left a mark on my heart, and I know everyone just took that into the summer and in the spring and just worked their butts off to get to this point today.
Just really quickly, what was it like seeing all the support for women's sports?
It's amazing. I'm not shocked by the support for women here. We have such amazing women's sports programs here at Oshkosh, and if you go to a volleyball meet, there's so many fans here. Our volleyball team's amazing. There's so many fans at their games. Softball, they have games, double headers, and there's always people there. And the support for women's sports on our campus is just amazing, and I think it really shows the impact that we have on our campus.
Your coach mentioned that there's a lot of new players maybe that don't know what happened last year with Smith and haven't experienced that. Do you have to give your teammates any extra motivation at this point, or is everybody just super pumped for this opportunity?
I think everyone is just super pumped. I don't think that we need extra motivation. Everyone knows what happened last year, and we watched some film from it, and I think we're ready to go from that and really make a run here for the national championship.
Can I get a spelling of your name, please?
Kaycevaile.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
And again, you are watching live as the UW Oshkosh women's basketball team prepares to leave for the D3 semifinals. You heard from head coach Brad Fisher, as well as junior forward Sarah Hardwick and fifth-year forward Kaycevaile, who are all just getting onto the bus, joining their teammates, ready to leave. The team will be playing Thursday night against Smith. That'll be at 6:30 Central Time. So the team will be playing in the semifinals again for the first time since 1996. The winner of that game will face the winner of NYU and Wisconsin Stout at 3 o'clock on the 22nd of March. So could have two Wisconsin teams in the championship game for the NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship. Again, this is the UW Oshkosh campus here, the team on the bus ready to leave for their trip to the semifinals. We will have more coverage coming up on this on Action 2 News mid-morning, Action 2 News at noon, and throughout the day on air and online. So thanks so much for joining us for this live stream. Action 2 News mid-morning starts in about 4 minutes. So join Aisha and Keith for that, and have a great day, everybody.